Can you shut the fuck up for a minute? We're doing an interview here on TV. Shut the fuck up for a minute. Just shut the fuck up. See that? Shut up! This is the message. This is for you. For my family, for my friends, for those that we lost at sea. This is the message. This is for you. Never forget the Lower East Side crew. I remember all the times we spent and all that we went through. Down on Avenue A, the year was 1982. Hardcore. New York City, New York. That's how we lived it. We always stuck together. We always had something to prove. We gave breath to a movement. This is for the old school and the new. Hardcore. New York City, New York. That's how we lived it. Hardcore. From New York City, New York. That's how we live our lives. I think it's great. I mean, the first show was Mexico City, and it was phenomenal. It was fantastic. It was crazy. It was super energetic. Lots of circle pits, lots of stage dives. It was great. And yesterday, same thing. Yesterday was super energetic. So I expect the same here, to be honest with you. I mean, so far so good. So why not knock it out, you know? City of the road, but it just don't feel the same. I miss the old New York, the tallest buildings in the world, but it just don't look the same. I miss the old New York, the Bowie slopes turned into... I think the response to the new record has been really good here in Mexico. I mean, when students, we start playing like Never Walk Alone, they love it, Old New York, Police Violence, Only in America. So far we played, we also played, what did we say, played Old New York, Police Violence. We did I Can't Relate, and they love that too. And I think tonight we're gonna try another one. I don't know which one they want to try, probably No War or something like that, who knows? Of course it is, you know, like especially that song. That song is about, you know, one world singing together and bringing in key people that have done work so hard. They're relevant. All those bands, Madball, Sick of It All, H2O, ourselves. We're always relevant. We're always touring. We're always writing new records. These are the bands that keep it moving, keep it alive. You know, there's a lot of bands, of course. Some bands don't write any records. Haven't written records since 1980s. And so I like to keep it to the relevant bands that are very passionate about it and still give back to the scene. I think that's important. Not only, you know, it shows that who's really here to stay and give back as opposed to who's here to just collect and cash a check and go. I feel lucky, man. I feel honored. I feel blessed. You know, I mean, if you would have told me 32 years ago in New York City that I was going to do this, come to Mexico, or just go to all over the world, or that my lyrics and my music was going to bridge pretty much the world. With New York hardcore is that one hardcore scene that actually really bridged the world with music. I would have probably laughed in your face. I would have been like, "Are you crazy?" Here I am, 32 years later, doing exactly all that. You know, I'm like living my retirement. You know, when it comes to that. Eventually, yeah, you get old. Everybody gets old. They work their lives. They get old and they retire. I'm having fun all my life. And when I get old, maybe I'll go to work and retire. Let's go! nothing, and that's the agreement. We don't see nothing. So Ian has total creativity of the film. We trust him. We've known him for many, many years. There's nobody else who you'd want in that corner because he knows us, you know? And he knows what, I guess he kind of knows what he wants to present from us. It's a different type of a film, different type of documentary. It's basically me and Vinny, our lives, how we came to my house with my family for 5-6 days, videotaped my whole family, my wife, my children, my life, you know, same thing with Vinny. And then it brings it together as when we collectively come together as Agnostic Front and some stuff on the road. So it's not your regular VH1 documentary. You know, this is something that's beautiful to watch, extremely personal, because we've got really personal in some areas where, you know, sometimes you don't welcome that, you know. So we're, extremely exposing ourselves to the people so they can really see what we are. And I think he's doing a fantastic job, though I haven't seen anything. And it's supposed to, if everything works out, we're still trying to get to Cuba. Yeah. That's been the hardest part. If we could get it done by April, which is the deadline, we're trying really hard, then we could complete it by the end of the year. And that's the theme, is to complete it by the end of the year, along with I've been writing a book, and that's going to be out by the end of the year too. So it's going to be great, you know. Well, I mean, I was born in Cuba. It's my country. No, I left Cuba when I was 4 years old, and it's where I was born. It's where half of my family is. Everybody on my mother's side is in Cuba. Everybody on my father's side left, you know, for political reasons. I was a kid. I went along with my mom, my family, you know. But it's amazing to go back to my birth home, my birthplace. Who knows if I would ever. There's a lot of people that left Cuba that never were able to do that. Now they could. And it's going to be incredible because I'm going to go see where I lived, you know, where I was born, everything. I remember my earliest memories are in Cuba. It was on the beach with my father. I remember all that. I remember my house. If I see it, boom, I know it. But and my mother's going to come, my brother's going to come, and it's going to be really intense shooting if everything works out. It's very difficult still, very difficult. It's not as easy as you think. Yeah, but even going back to Cuba is very hard because you see everybody, oh, Cuba's open, everybody can go. No, now, if you were born in Cuba, you have to go get a Cuban passport to go to Cuba. It doesn't make any fucking sense. You already have an American nationality, but it's backwards. For some reason they want that. Then all the permits for camera and to play. We want to play a free show. We want to do one, you know, that's what I want to do. That's difficult. That's one of the most difficult. There's a lot of memories with Lemmy. We've played with Motorhead numerous times, you know. So, I mean, we've played till the almost very end. We did our last 2 shows with them, with For Force. We did one, and then we did the biggest metal festival there was in Europe. It was us and Motorhead. Lemmy only played 3 songs, and he couldn't play anymore at that time. So, I mean, he was always, as a person, very approachable, very nice person, you know, and you know, you could always felt that, you know. Guy lived his life there all the way to the end. That's beautiful, you know. He really lived his life the way he wanted. My life, my way. Lemmy did that. Well, I want to say thank you for supporting us throughout all these years. You know, thank you for supporting hardcore, for keeping us relevant and live and you know, passionate with you, you know what I mean? Thank you for being genuine, thank you for being real. And that's what we're all about. And it's an honor to be in your country, honor to be in your city, and we appreciate that.